Welcome to Extra presented by VDG Sports. I'm your host, Vince Douglas Gregory. No filter, very censored. Look, I know exactly where I want to go. Sharing is caring. Sharing is definitely caring. And let me just go ahead and be upfront right off the bat. I might say earmuffs. I might have to say earmuffs, but this is a tricky situation. This is a dicey situation. I usually don't come to the party like this. Definitely not in my birthday suit. But hey, sometime dreams are nightmares and nightmares become reality. So I might as well just go ahead and say, what? YOLO? We still saying YOLO? Or are we saying no capping now? Or are we past the no capping and we saying other things? We saying other things now. I'm way behind on that lingo. I'm seriously am. I tried to keep up, but hey, I can only do so much. I am just one human being. See something, say something. Sharing is caring. Therefore, I just have to go ahead and share. Normally, I'll give this enough time to breathe. Normally, I protect the guilty in the game. However, bird-like voice. However, since it is me, since I am the guilty one in this situation, and since I feel that I have to just go ahead and share this bit of information ASAP, as soon as possible, that I'm okay with it. I am okay with it, but this is tricky subject matter. This subject matter is tricky. I'm definitely going to have to straddle the line. I'm definitely going to have to jump on one side, jump back, jump on one side, jump back, and hopefully I don't go too far. Hopefully I do not go too far. Hopefully my personal growth allowed me and has allowed me to grow and be able to maneuver in sticky situations. And this is definitely a sticky situation. This is definitely a sticky situation. I'm just going to go ahead and go for what I know and let the chips fall where they may. And if it, so be it. So be it. I might have to just go ahead and say earmuffs. Go ahead and say earmuffs, or go back and edit it out if I'm unable to walk through this tricky situation without any faux pas. Because this is still a family program. This is still a family show. This is still family orientated. Although it is also real life. And I must share real life experience because it's an observation, but an experience as well. I was dreaming. Basically, I haven't been dreaming a lot. I haven't been getting a lot of rest. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. There's a multitude of reasonings. There's some things that have been keeping me up at night. How, still bird-like voice. However, I managed to go to sleep a little bit earlier. I managed to fall asleep on time. I managed to get some good quality rest, but I was not. I need to repeat this one more time. You know how serious I am when I do it 3 times, because usually 2 is enough. I was not expecting the dream that I got, and it wasn't one of those dreams. I haven't had one of those dreams since a preteen. Preteen? I don't know. I haven't had one of those dreams in a long time. It's not one of those dreams. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. All right. Yeah. Shout out, push. Shout out, push. It wasn't one of those dreams. This was definitely a nightmare. This was definitely a nightmare. I can recall who was in the dream. I can see the faces. I know the peeps and people that was involved. Some childhood friends, and it was my cousin. And then it was a bunch of randos. It was a bunch of people I've seen before, but I don't know their name. And they were just there doing what it do. And very important spots. Very important places, might add you. Basically, I was dreaming. I was somewhere where I can't recall, but I was in a building. It probably was some kind of condo, some kind of complex. But then again, I'm not really sure because there was some kind of meeting that was going on in the inside. Like soon as you go right in, and I wasn't there. I wasn't in the meeting. I just know it was taking place. I know people was at work meeting, something was happening. I was in the next level up. I was in the next level up where the residential spots, and I was just a little bit icky. I was just a little bit sticky. And I decided that I needed to take a shower. I decided that I need to take a bath because even in my dreams, even in my nightmares, I understand that funk is funk. If you stink, you stink. And you gotta wash the stink off, and you just gotta get a good old lather and lather up and make sure that the stink and the funk goes bitty bye, because I don't even want to be stinky in my dreams. I don't even want to be stinky in my nightmares. I still gotta stay so fresh and so clean, outcast. I don't want to be an outcast, but that's a shout out to you, outcast. Shout out. If you know, you know. I made my way to the residential spot, and I was in the back taking my shower or about to take a shower, had my clothes off. Then I realized that I didn't have any soap. So I was going and I was moving around, trying to find the soap. Yeah. And I managed to, how can I put this? I managed to get out of the room that I was in and went in a wrong door or went out a wrong door, and I was out in the back. And it was like I thought I was on a higher level and there was no such thing as going outside. But the way this dream was going, the way this nightmare went, I was gonna learn that day. So I was looking for the soap. I didn't find any soap, but I did find a door, and the door took me outside. Mind you, I was in the shower. So there's another mistake of mine that I made. Not getting everything that I need before taking off my clothes and before running the water and before getting in the shower. Now I'm outside naked. Now I'm outside in my birthday suit. Now I'm outside for all to see. I'm just being the best Neanderthal I can be. I'm outside. I'm not just going to stay outside because I don't know how the laws work. I don't know if I can just be outside in my birthday suit and just do what it do and not be bothered and not have anybody bother me. They come up and say, why you got no clothes on? I'm going to say, I do. The emperor does have clothes on. Or I just be like, what you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm just trying to cool down because I'm so hot. I'm trying to cool down and I'm so hot, and this is the best way for me to cool down. I wasn't prepared to do any of that. I was not prepared to do any of that. So my next train of thoughts within this nightmare was like, I gotta go back around to the front. I gotta go back around to the front. Basically, yeah. Basically, I had to walk through the meeting. I had to walk through everybody doing what it do on the first floor that I just saw about 20 to 25 minutes ago. I wasn't embarrassed. I had no shame. I just wasn't going to stay out there naked all by my lonesome, waiting on some nefarious actors to come around. It's better the devil you know than the one you don't know. I think that's the saying. I think I said it right. If I said it wrong, please correct me. I know not what I do. I know not what I do. So I make my way around the front. I'm going in. I couldn't grab anything to hide. There were no leaves. There was no trees. There was no paper. There was no nothing. So I'm just walking through like nothing. I'm just walking through, but deep, 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 deep inside my being, inside my soul, I am definitely embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed for the reasons you think I'm embarrassed. No issue, no problem there. No issue, no problems there. I'm embarrassed because I managed to get myself not locked out, but I managed to go out the wrong door. I managed to not have all the materials and the things that I need for my shower. And I'm still funky and I'm still smelly. That was the whole reasoning behind me doing this in the first place. So that's what I'm embarrassed for, or that's what I'm consciously thinking about, not the other things. Being in my birthday suit and having 30 to 40 people just stare and look at me and make comments about things. Nah. Even though it did happen. I was walking through. It was this woman talking, in mid-conversation, she just stopped and she said, balls. Yeah. I was just walking in mid-conversation. She just stopped and she said, balls. And I just turned and looked. I was like, I don't think that was you were talking about, but it's cool. It's okay. I ain't embarrassed, but I am a little smelly and I'm just going to keep going. How do I get back to where I need to be? Where do I need to be? Where my clothes and where the rest of the stuff are. Mind you, I still don't have the soap, but I'm pretty sure that I can find some somewhere, or somebody would politely, lead me in the direction to get it. And that's the least of my problems. So I managed to walk through, get back to where I needed to go and all of that jazz and all of that noise. And I went ahead and took the shower. And this is probably where you think that the nightmare ended. Nope. Because I eventually, after getting in the shower and washing up and all of that goodness, that good stuff, I managed to wake up. And I didn't wake up like, oh, cool, I'm up out this nightmare. I am up out this nightmare. No. The universe was like, you gonna learn again today. Cause you were supposed to be embarrassed in that nightmare. You were supposed to be embarrassed in that nightmare, but you wasn't embarrassed. We're gonna show you. And that's not he funny. And that's definitely not ha funny. That was me learning and dealing with everything else. Yeah, everything else. All right, so I woke up and I realized that I had to use the restroom. Yeah, I had to go. I had to go really, really bad. And I wasn't going to go on myself, but I got some options. I got some choices. And I got to make these I got to make these decisions quick, because I got to go, and I got to go like right now. And if I slip up in the choice that I make, it's going to be it's not going to be good. And most of you regs and non-verbal communicating peeps, you understand, because we kind of had this conversation before. I kind of mentioned this before about some of the choices that you got to make. Some of the choices that I made when waking up and having to do this, waking up and having to do this, there's some choices that you have to make. And the decision was final. I was not going to use the restroom standing up. I ain't got no shame of sitting down. I ain't got no shame of sitting down, because standing up will present all kinds of problems, because standing up, I just can't aim. I just can't aim because things just ain't allowing movement like that. Things ain't just allowing movement for me to just stand up and use the restroom. And I don't want to be spraying all over the place, because if I'm spraying all over the place, who gonna clean that up? Who gonna clean all the spraying up? And that's why I say the nightmare wasn't over. The nightmare was still in progress, still in play, because the universe said, you didn't learn? You thought that was okay? Okay. You're not ashamed about being your birthday suit? Okay. Well, we're going to present you with some real world, real life problems. And I was like, okay, I'm definitely not standing up. If I'm standing up, I'm making a mess. I'm spraying all over the place, and I'm not trying to mark my territory. I know who this is. And me and the porcelain goddess, we got this special, unique bond, and I ain't trying to be like Kels. He ain't good. He ain't a good person. I ain't trying to go down that route. I ain't trying to do that. So I'm sitting down. I made the decision to sit down, but the universe was like, it still ain't gonna be that easy. We got some tricks up our sleeve. You ain't getting off that. You ain't getting off that easy. And what I mean by I'm not getting off that easy, even with me sitting down, there was a problem. There was a huge problem. Even with me sitting down, I was still gonna be spraying all over the place. Now I'm sweating. Now I am consciously thinking about what I need to do. And that's when I'm just calling out. I'm saying intuition, gut feeling, lead me to the promised land. Show me, just give me a picture. Just let me understand. And by the way, I'm still a little sleepy. I'm still tired. So my mind, if I even wanted to just strategize and think something through and think something out, it wouldn't have been available to help me. Not at all. Not at all. So basically, intuition and gut feeling was like, all right, sit down now. Lean with it, rock with it, lean with it, rock with it, but just to lean with it and not the rock with it part. So I was sitting down, leaning to one side, balancing on one cheek and pushing down at the same time with the offhand. So I'm balancing to the left, sitting on the left cheek, right cheek in the air, right hand pushing down. And even then, I was barely spraying into the bowl. Even then, I was barely spraying into the bowl. And I was like, how long is this going to keep going? How much high quality H2O, I should say, hydrogen, 2-part oxygen, H2O, 2-part hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Yeah, there we go. Got it right. I don't know how much high quality H2O that I consume, but it seemed like I had to do that balancing act for a very, very long time. My cheek just was getting sore. I was almost losing balance, but I couldn't lose balance. I just had to push through. I just had to fight. I just had to just get this mental fortitude and just say, not today, not today. Universe, challenge accepted. Universe, I see ya. Universe, okay. You win. I'm gonna take the L. The nightmare is the nightmare. The daymare or the reality mare is still the reality mare, the real world mare. I'm just trying to make up something here. I'm that part, yeah. Because how my intuition and gut feeling just decided that I needed to do a balancing act, that I could just do that and get away with it. I don't understand, but it happened. I made it happen and I did it. And let's just say, my cheek is still a little bit sore. My right hand is, it did what it needed to do to just push and just hold down. But if it would have just let up, or if it wouldn't have had the right amount of pressure, it would have just been spraying everywhere. It would have been like one of those Lil Jon Yin Yang Twin song or whatever, and you know the words that you can't say anymore, that you used to say it on the radio, and then they found out what it meant on the radio, and you can't say it now anymore. Well, it would have been one of those. But the right hand managed to keep the exact amount of pressure, but not too much pressure, because I was already having all of my weight on one cheek and the other cheek was in the air. And it wasn't in the air because it wanted to wave around like it didn't care. It was in the air because it needed to be to get almost this balancing act where everything would have went in the toilet, and I didn't want to upset the porcelain goddess when I was already being challenged by the universe. Who knows what would have happened next? Who knows? I think I managed to do that without saying earmuffs. I straddled the line a lot. And let's hope that this don't happen again. But if so, intuition and gut feeling, please help again. You know I need you and I appreciate you. You know I need you and I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This episode is being sponsored by VinceDouglasGregory.com. VinceDouglasGregory.com is where you can keep up with me, my whereabouts, my well-being, all things Vince. All things. All things. Be sure to check out the website at extra.vdgsports.com. That is xtra.vdgsports.com. There's a YouTube. Like, subscribe, share. Basically, do whatever it is you do there. And that is VDG Sports. By the way, thank you, and thank you. Now it's time for me to say goodbye and go. Peace out. We gone.